Hey everyone, you ever feel like you're drowning in stuff?
Oh, tell me about it.
It's like we buy and buy, but are we any happier? I don't know.
Good point. It's like that saying, you can't buy happiness.
Exactly. And that's what we're diving into today, finding joy without needing to own everything.
That's intriguing. Like, how do we actually do that?
Well, our source material starts with this great anecdote about, visiting a friend's house. They've got all this amazing art glass.
Right. I know the type. Beautiful stuff.
Right, but then it makes you think, do they actually enjoy it or is it just like for show?
It's easy to get caught up in the whole I want that mentality.
Totally. And that's where this deep dive gets interesting. It's like, forget buying that vintage car.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Instead, go to a car show, immerse yourself in it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's about the experience, not the ownership.
Exactly. You get the joy without the hassle of like maintenance and storage.
And let's be real, that stuff can be a real drag.
Totally. The article even argues that experiencing these things in a curated setting, like a museum or gallery,
It's way more impactful than just having them sit around your house.
right. It's like you're actually focused on appreciating the beauty and craftsmanship.
Without the pressure of being like, oh, I own that.
Exactly. Okay, ready for strategy number 2?
Hit me with it.
It's called The Power of a Snapshot. And honestly, it might sound kind of out there at first.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Lay it on me.
So next time you see something you just have to have, the article says, take a picture of it.
Wait, seriously. Just snap a photo.
Yep. It's like tricking your brain into thinking you already own it.
We never thought of it like that. But it kind of makes sense. You're capturing the essence of what drew you to it.
Exactly. But then it makes you think, like, instead of always getting more stuff, what if we got better at sharing what we already have?
Ooh, interesting. You mean like giving stuff away?
Exactly. And it's funny because that leads right into the next strategy from the article, the gift of letting go.
Okay, I like it already. Less clutter, more generosity. Tell me more.
So it's basically saying that instead of decluttering being this like sad thing where you're getting rid of stuff, it can actually be kind of joyful.
I get it. Like finding those things a new home, passing them on.
Yes. And the article even tells this really sweet story about a family who like passes down heirlooms as wedding gifts.
Oh, that's lovely. It's like giving those objects a whole new life, full of memories.
Right. And it's not just about sentimental things either. The article talks about this other strategy. It's called borrowing and sharing.
Okay, so like tools and stuff, we don't need to own everything.
Exactly. And honestly, this one's huge now, the whole sharing economy thing.
Oh,
Right.
totally. Like think about libraries. They've been doing it forever.
Right. And now there's tool libraries and clothing rentals. And it's like, why buy when you can borrow?
It makes so much sense. Less waste, less stuff to store. It's practical.
And you know what else I like about it? It can be really social.
Oh, absolutely. Like borrowing something from a neighbor, maybe you get to chatting.
Yes. It builds community. Yeah, I love that. This all reminds me of that story from the article, the one about the art glass collection.
Yeah, what about it?
Well, the author, instead of trying to like copy her friend's collection, she found this amazing book about art glass.
Oh, smart. So she gets to enjoy it all without the commitment of owning it.
Exactly. Beautiful photos, fascinating info, all in one place. It really makes you think though, right? Like our whole culture is about getting more stuff.
It's true. Everywhere you look, ads telling you what you need to be happy.
Right. But like we've been talking about, there are other ways to find that happiness. It doesn't have to be about buying the next big thing.
Exactly. It's about shifting that focus, right? From just having things to really experiencing life.
Yes. So for our listeners out there, maybe feeling that pressure to consume, 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 what's one small step they can take, like today, to break free from that?
Ooh, good question. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Maybe instead of immediately clicking buy on that online impulse purchase, go for a walk in nature.
Love that. Or maybe dust off your library card. Remember those?
Yes. Or here's a thought. Is there something you've been holding on to, maybe a sentimental item, that would bring someone else even more joy?
Ooh, that's good. It's like what we were saying about gifting and letting go. Powerful stuff.
It is. And, it all comes back to finding those moments of contentment, those connections that have nothing to do with owning things at all.
So true. Like spending time with loved ones, getting lost in a good book. Those experiences stay with you longer than any gadget ever could.
Couldn't agree more. And on that note, I think this has been a wonderful deep dive, really thought-provoking.
Me too. And hopefully our listeners feel inspired to, maybe ask themselves not just, what do I want to own, but what do I want to experience?
No, that is a powerful question.
It is. And on that note, we'll let everyone ponder that. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.